Yesterday was Mission Mustang retrieval, and it went extremely well because when I got there, the guy that was selling all the cars was there with a forklift, and he, for 20 bucks, set it up on the trailer for me. Both front wheels are locked up. So I took some penetrant, and I took a sledgehammer. That was my main strategy. And then I took floor jacks. I brought the air compressor again. I thought maybe this wheel might fit on. It's 4 lug versus 5, so that wouldn't have worked probably. But and all this lumber, I was going to put them under the wheels and just try to winch it up. So I guess because I went semi-prepared, it was going to go. So the good old universe sent me a forklift. I'll try to get it running, then I'll give it a bath. Dang it, I don't want those flies in there. We have these, they're called cluster flies, and if they get in, man, it's all over. Get out of there. I mean, it's in good shape. I mean, I like the dash. Well, I don't know what it's supposed to look like. Is it missing stuff on the dash? Good, the key's not sitting in there. It's got a glove box light. AM radio, I love that the AM radio's in there. It's got a 6-cylinder. I can't wait to get this thing running and cruise it around. It's such a cool car. Doors are just solid as can be. Look at that. I guess it shuts. It's got all this stuff though. That's what I like. I love when it has that stuff on it. Turns out the bumper's smashed in, and you can see where it broke the grill emblem, which is a bummer too. But those are, well, maybe I could find one. And an F. Be cool to get that F put back on there. Before I got too crazy with pulling the Mustang off, which is going to be not easy, I want to pull all those windows. Eventually I want to make a little loft in that corner. So this is pretty fun. It's pretty nice out here. That's my view. I'm not going to complain. They're out harvesting the corn today too, so I don't know where they are. Probably rolling by here in a little while, try to get a video of the combine coming by. So that's it. Got to carry these down. Bird's eye view of the shop. So that's where I'm storing the windows for now. Then we'll pull them into the garage or something. All right. I will commence videoing once I climb down and get the Mustang unloaded. Bye-bye. Okay, found the keys. We're gonna move some cars around. Now we're gonna probably have to break the front wheels loose somehow. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna move the Jeeps. You know what? I wanna work on the wheels first. Why not, right? Okay, let's do that. Here's what you're looking at. So I watched some YouTube and I guess I haven't removed the brake drum from a old car in a long time, or if ever. So that's what we're gonna do. Try this little guy. Let's see what that's on. I guess that's all just one piece. Again, I'm gonna feel kind of silly. Well, not really. It is really hard having tools in two locations. Video on YouTube, I forget, it's a pretty young kid. It's cool seeing younger kids working on these older cars. Oh. That was neat. And he knows more about it than I do, which isn't saying much, but still cool. I wondered, like, did his dad teach him, or I tried to teach my boys a little bit, but hopefully I helped them with some things. I think they'd learn more on their own and from their friends than they did from me. One of my sons actually is an auto mechanic at a local shop, so that's cool. That was kind of the job I always wanted. I didn't go that route, but I think I would have been happy with that. Maybe have a magnet would be nice. Oh, that's the whole bearing's gonna come out? Well, that's cool. Go ahead and repack that before I put it back in. No. I just wanted to roll. I'm kind of having a feeling that I'm going to be rebuilding this whole front thing before I drive it, which I kind of expected. That's why I like working on cars. It's therapeutic. Stuff's starting to come out. I know what all this stuff is. So, I mean, the fact that that fell out means that it's just rotten, right? Alright. I gotta get creative, I guess. The shoes sit in there like that, and the wheel cylinder is up here, spreads it out. I mean, what if I undid the brake line and just let it bleed? Would that help? Every time someone drives by, we just get freaking blasted with dust. Look at it. It's just enough of a breeze just to push it all this way. I feel like the trees in the house kind of block some of it. But man, I mean, it's not like I didn't know that, but dusty, dusty. It's just stuck to the brake shoes. I don't know what you do. It's like I gotta cut the thing off. How do you get the brake shoes off of there without? See the shoes. So I'm wondering, can I get in there and like pry the shoes loose maybe? Jack I have, the one I've had for 30 years, when I let go of the handle it doesn't snap up. I'm not used to it. So now these jacks I let go and they snap up and smash things. A winch on the trailer is great to get the car onto the trailer, but how do you get the car off if it's not, you know, if it's not mobile, if it's not ambulatory, if it's non-ambulatory? I don't know what you call it. I don't know why I put all these, like this was a good shirt. And I just decided it went to the rag pile. I don't know why. I got sick of wearing it. I'm responding to her before her text comes, so when her text comes in, my answer is instantaneous. I think she should be impressed. But she won't be. So what we're working on here today, folks, is we're trying to remove this drum from a 65 Mustang. As you can see, it's a 6-cylinder by the fact that there's only 4 wheel studs. That's all I got. The first thing you need to do when you're trying to do this is just start hammering the crap out of it until you break the flange, the ear off the drum a little bit. That's okay, I'll go right back in there. A little JB Coldwell. Oh, and then what you want to do is just kind of pretend like you're rocking it off like this. Nothing will happen. So what I want to do, oh yeah, I grabbed my phone because I like when I hit my head. I don't know. Tell you what though, that guy didn't. I don't know when this came out. If that guy wouldn't have lifted this on, I wouldn't have been able to bring this home yesterday. It'd still be sitting there. And what I probably would have done is, it's too late in the day, but I probably would have gone to the auto parts store to get a puller, I guess. I would say using a three-arm puller would be the way to get this thing off. That would be my advice to myself if I was making a video of how to do things right. I really wanted to get this thing off today. Because I want to take the trailer home. That's why. Why don't I take the trailer home? Because maybe there's another car I want to go get. Okay? Is that such a terrible thing? One more car. That's it. And then I'm not buying any more cars for at least a week. That's funny. We actually have a washing machine out here. I could do laundry. I don't have any laundry soap, but I could do laundry with... Can I do laundry with dish soap? That'd go well. Oh, you know what? I'll take a break. I'm gonna charge the GoPro. It's 240. I have like four plus hours left of daylight. If I can get this off before sunset, that would be magnifique. So let's take a break. I finally got the drum pulled off. I think I actually kind of knew what I needed to do, and I wish I would have done that at the beginning. So if I would have, I know everyone watching this is going to be like, duh. So if I would have ran that in, it allowed the brakes, almost like there was just, you know, it's not so much that they're stuck to the drum, it's that they're kind of stuck to the drum, and they're all springy and stuff, so you can't get a force to separate them, because when you put the force on the drum, this kind of goes with it. So they're actually in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and reuse them. Just kidding, I totally destroyed them. I destroyed this spring. Here's all the pieces and parts. I have this like safety cable or something on them. I've never seen that before. These are all the parts that came out of it. Yeah, what a mess. What a mess. Wheel cylinder bolts. I didn't need to undo the wheel cylinder. I thought that might have been what was... I know what's holding me up. What was holding me up is, well, I put it back on, but yay, no brakes, at least in the front. Brakes probably work, but so I'm going to do the other side, and like I said earlier, hoping that I learned from it, and this side's going to go way better. Let's see if I can get a good... So this side took me, I bet I got 3 hours into it. I bet I got 3 hours into it. You know, it'd be cool if I had wheels and tires. This thing would roll right off. Ooh, they're tubeless. That's cool. So it's funny that I'm doing this to put on this tire and pull it off with that tire on there. I mean, this is ridiculous. I wish I could go get wheels. I wish I could go get tires. I'd go get tires for this thing, but I can't find them for 14-inch wheels. So anyways, I hope I learned from first try, and I hope this one I'll do it in less than an hour for sure. But there's a good spot. Hoping more like 20 minutes. Kind of forgetting is that the wheel cylinder sits below the pivot point for the shoes, and these are going to come off easy because I had them off in the field where I bought this car from. But they had 5 or 6 Mustangs for sale at the auction. They all say $289 on the fender, which now I know why, because it's an upgrade. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get lucky and loosen that thing in the back. I don't know if, all you're doing, I think, is pushing the bottom of the shoes apart, or letting the springs pull them back together. And then you can see these little notches sit in the shoes. Oh yeah, so you turn this, and those stay where they are. Oh, did I ever get a rag? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Man, the sun is burning hot, but that's a good thing because it's giving me light. I don't know, it's always hot, too hot or too cold out here so far. There's been, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. There's been some perfect days. It's the really hot days that give you the most beautiful, perfect night where you can just sit out and look at the stars. And it's awesome. Oh, never mind. Wheel bearings look good. I mean, if I wouldn't have decimated that brake system, everything looks actually good. Like, I think the brakes and stuff were done fairly recently before this car got parked. So now I'm gonna do I'm gonna try to get, surprised the steering wheel's not locked. I wonder why it's not. Do they have locking steering wheels? 65. God, WD-40 smells better, so much better than that other crap. Hey, look at that, now it's gonna turn. Come on. God, if I could just have this massive channel lock I think you'd just break it free and everything would be fine. There's a brake drum that's frozen to the shoes. They don't like to come off because all the springs inside just kind of move they allow the shoe to move with the drum. And it's a problem, as you can see. And there's several solutions, none of which I have any idea how to implement. But I would think if you had a torch, you could get this baby red hot and nothing would change. But it'd be cool to see this thing red hot. And it would warm the shop up. The other option would be to get a puller. And I don't know that would work. I don't know. It's making me kind of sad, honestly. It never come across this before. And I'm wondering if this is the first time in history this has ever happened, because it's not on YouTube. At least the searches I did, I could not find a way to pull a drum off when the shoes are stuck to the drum. The problem is, like I said, the shoes want to come off with the drum. See? Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. I did make something happen. Oh, that's what that is. That spring came. That's interesting. I'm getting parts to fall out. Watch. Whee. These are the little springs that go in there, and they keep the pads tension. So what I did on the other side, I just kept prying until eventually all the pieces kind of fell out. Actually, what I did is I loosened this guy, and then I was able to, when this fell out, then I was able to push the pads away from the shoes. The shoes away from the drum. And the drum came off. So that's what I'm attempting to do here. And I'm not being super successful because I'm not able to turn this thing. That's where I'm at right here. Fucking piece of shit. The simplest of vehicles. It's just this corrosion on this thing. But look at this rib on both sides. That's the problem. I mean, I guess I could have gone in more. That's the problem. Did these ones have that? These ones didn't have that. These ones are just straight up corroded on. I mean, I get the rest of it. I understand the wheel cylinder part. Oh, you know what this? That's right, that thing keeps, this thing goes click, click, click. I wonder if, I have this rib, this little rib right here. I don't know, that's the frickin' crux. Alright. Sorry I lost my temper. At least I didn't. Okay, can't see much. Let's go in the case. So I don't even know when the camera went dead, but got this wheel back on. It spins. Destroyed the brakes. Got this wheel back on. Ended up pulling the brakes off of it too. If I could go back in time, I think if you just turn that thing in. Oh, I forgot to put the cap back on. Here's what I've got going on. I've got it strapped to the axle. It does seem like it's pulling up on the muffler a little bit, but it doesn't actually. I got my trusty come along. I've got the black Jeep helping me out, and I think I'm going to be lazy and just kind of back up with the Jeep with that rig and slowly see if I can get another, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches that way before I rebite on the come along.
I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. Meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, meant to be.
one went, kind of can't believe it's here, but it made it. She's all beat up, just like I like them. So 6-cylinder, we'll can't wait to try to get that thing running.